Hello and welcome back to another episode here on Kinlaig. Well, we're just finishing off from where we were in the last episode, and we're going to sell the rest of the firewood because there's still a great demand. So let's see how much this makes us. This is the last of the firewood we have. It's not going to be all in one sale. So 44, 46 and a bit £1,000 for that. So that is good. That's us back up to £73,365 in the bank. Now we need to go and sort out liming our grass field, fertilising it, and I think potentially get a roller as well. We just got a phone call not long ago from the store. They do have one, so we're going to wait to see about that just now. And if they do have it, we're just going to leave this trailer down there with the fast track and go straight up and get the field rolled first before there is any growth stage on it. So let's go and get that done. We'll do a little bit of clips here and there of some work and bring us into tomorrow. And then we can check up on our fish production as well. So let's go and see if we can't get this roller and get our fields done. Hopefully this time our grass field is going to be decent because we didn't lime it or fertilise it last time. So let's go and get that done and we'll see you in the morning. Well, that's just delivered some firewood around Kinlaig to a couple of the houses for people that actually work here, and for giving us such a good service and out of hours purchasing as well. Right, now what we need to do is we need to repair both mowers because it's kind of getting into the down season. So first of all, this front mower here, £672. This bottom one will repair that, £1,100. And the Valtra, only 717, so we'll just repair that since we are here. But we do need to sell this one. Oh, I've just done it again. 1,100 to repair the back mower that isn't worth anything. Right, let's try something to see if this works. So we'll repaint it for 3,600. Yep, that was a major loss of money there. Well, we know not to bother with repairing or doing anything like that again. So we're going to sell this one here, £594 after spending a lot more on it. The reason for selling that is, this has popped up in the sale. It's the twin mowers for the back, the butterfly mowers, which means before we were getting, if I can find the mowers, that one there, we were getting 4.3 meters of width. With this one, we're getting 8.3. It's £35,000 brand new, but just now it's only 14. And because we're making relatively good money, I don't want to hire purchase this. I want to buy it outright. So let's do that. £14,107. The reason for buying that outright is the firewood is actually going up in price and it's still in demand. So we're going to go and sell the rest of them. Our onions are coming up in price really quickly, and we're up to £145,000 as well at the max price next month. So that's going to climb even more. We could be even £160,000, £170,000. So we're going to pay off a massive chunk of the loan. So just now I'm not worried about that higher purchase. The young salmon that we started late yesterday, really late. It was about 11 o'clock, and it's now only 8:35 in the morning. And we have £21,321 worth of young salmon. And that's at today's price. That's not even at the best price in July, which is 33,000. That's in not even a half day. That's 6-7 hours worth of breeding. £21,000. So that is absolutely phenomenal. What we're going to do right now is we're going to sell all the firewood. And because the production takes up a decent chunk of time, we're going to deactivate that just now. There should be another few bags there. I think there's 8 bags, that's why this is filling up. So maybe 9 bags in total. This production is still doing well. We need to move some onions inside. And the fish food, we haven't got a trailer down here. We do need to purchase more fish food. Not ideal, but they need it and it's very good money. There is, I noticed there's a few good contracts for cultivating and a ploughing contract at a very good price as well. However, there's nothing to complete, but with the money we're getting in, I don't think we need to do contracts. We're almost self-sufficient now, which is fantastic, and we're only, I think this is episode 8 now, and we're already very close to self-sufficient. And in 2 months we need to buy another 15 Angus cows, but today we need to give them a mix of TMR just to keep them topped up, because they're down to 6,000, and by the time we get to this afternoon or later on tonight, it's going to be down to probably 5,000 odd litres left. And hopefully I'm looking to pay off something that's a high interest rate, like this one's high interest. So later on today, or once we sold the firewood, we are going to completely pay this off because it's a high interest. We did purchase this one here, the Rexius. That's the roller that we tried rolling our field with and it didn't work. So it's a good job we got it on a higher purchase. That's only at 2.95% interest rate. We put down a 30% deposit, which was £13,950, and took it over 8 years. That's £381 a month. So that's why it's really low. The higher the deposit you put down, the lower the interest rate. Obviously, we didn't put much down for the weeder, just to keep it low, to keep it under the rental price of what it would cost to rent it to complete that contract that we messed up with. So that's the highest interest. We're going to pay that off today. The next one to go for is probably going to be this one. It's a reasonable price. And then we'll be looking to pay off the baler. And what is this one? Oh, that's our yarder. So we'll be looking to pay that off as well. But that's probably into next year. Because we've got that salmon making money now, making really good money. We can afford to pay off the baler and the yarder pretty quickly. And then we can look into getting a loan again if needed for our fish production on the offshore facility as well, because that does cost a fair chunk of money. So let's go pick up our new mower. Oh, we've still got the trailer down here. We could get, no, we use the fast track. We'll get that later on with the fast track. We'll buy another, however many we can. We'll probably buy double of what we just bought just to keep it stocked up to save us having to go back and forth to the store all the time. But yeah, all that's left for today. It's away to snow later on this evening towards tonight. I think it was maybe 8, 9 o'clock at night. The temperature is going to drop rapidly, so I'm going to get fertilising our fields that need to be done. It's already been limed. We did spend, that grass field, field 12, was limed yesterday later on. We spent $2,295 to lease that. It wasn't a hire purchased. We don't really need it much, and it doesn't take long to cover the ground quickly, so I didn't see the point in hire purchasing it. We'd rather keep the money for something else that we need, or fish food, because we desperately need that now. But now we've got a mower for next year. It's going to give us a bit more productivity. We get more stuff done, or more acres covered in a day, which is the goal, because we're only running 1 day months. So the only thing left to do is move some onions inside, get the rest of the firewood sold, fertilise our fields, and I think that's kind of it for November. We can jump into December, and hopefully we get a bit of snow, but not too much so that it kind of blocks us in and we can't do anything. But that's the time we can get everything repaired that we need to. Keep on top of anything that does need repaired or badly repaired. Anything that's like 80-90% we don't need to worry about unless we're already at the store, like we did just now with the Valtra again. We repaired that not too long ago. It didn't cost us much. I think it was the fast track actually. But yeah, the fields are looking well. So let's get the rest of this stuff finished up for today. Jump into December and we can see how much salmon we have produced as well. I think it's going to be quite a large amount. And also tomorrow we get to sell the oats that we've got in storage. We get to sell all the packaged onions. And if we won't have any more firewood processed. In fact, to be honest, it's still at a good price just now. Let's just keep that production running and try and run it out of wood completely. And see how much we get. So tomorrow is going to be a big selling day. That is going to be a fortune of money that's going to come in. So let's get today finished up, jump into December, and see how much we can make at the end of year 2. Well, I almost forgot there. We did purchase lime, 7 bags, £3,150. We completely forgot to mention that. And we actually had a little bit left over. It was, I think it was only about 800 litres or so. Maybe 900 litres. We forgot to take that out of the lime spreader before we returned it from leasing it, so we lost that. But lime isn't expensive, so it's not too bad. But yes, so we have 20,000 onions in there. We need to top up a little bit more because it is decreasing quickly. And 15,000 litres of packed onions as well. So we need to get this shifted. Right, let's get cracking on for today. Well, we're in the little village of Kinlaig now, and now being December, all the Christmas lights are up and it does look fantastic. It would have been better if we had some snow, but there was some forecast a couple hours ago and it never came, so I don't know what's happening there. But we're here with onions. We're going to lose a little bit, unfortunately. I need to double check which one here is our sell point, because there is a few. Right, so it's that one in front of us there. The best price for onions has actually just passed a couple of hours ago. We fast forwarded a little bit too much. So we have lost a little bit. I think it's about £2,000 with the total of what we've got. So it's not a huge amount compared to what we've got. But today we're selling everything. We've got oats to sell, that's already in the trailer ready to go. We'll just quickly check here. So the onions packed 193,000 for everything we've got, or 196, but the best sell price is now. It's usually 1,267, but it's 1,246 and it's coming down. So onions is first to go. We'll finish up getting rid of all the firewood. Then we'll look at potentially selling some of the young salmon. I know there's a big jump, that's 44,000 pounds of a loss, but we can't wait till July. We need to start making an income. We're going to be selling the salmon all year round. It's not just going to be wait until the best price, because that's not how fish work. So oats as well, 1,892. We've got 1,912 at this place we're at just now, Logistics Centre West, which is fantastic. And also, we'll just sell this first. We've got 88,000 litres on here. So there's £109,641. But we need to rush back, grab another load of onions and take them up, because the price is being reduced and I went the wrong way around here. It's a one-way, I didn't realise. We spent £41,600 on 16 pallets of fish food, and we got £81,593 for all that silage bales we sold as well. So that is fantastic. We're now at £183,000 in the bank. But now I'm going to try this road, because when I came in the bottom side of Kinlaig from our farm, it said to turn right for the industrial area. And as soon as I turned right and came into Kinlaig, it said unsuitable for HGVs. Obviously, it's tight streets, there's no turning, and I've got a big fast track and trailer, so it wasn't the best to navigate round. So we're going to try this route for a change and come out by the shop. But we're going to nip back, get the next load, or hopefully we can fit it all in one load of onions. Then we're going to get the oats if it's a good price. If they're still rising, I'm going to sell all the firewood first and then the salmon. And then we'll get the oats last. But let's see how much we can get in for today. So I should be able to turn left here. And it takes me out by the shop. I believe that is where we are. There's somebody outside their house in a t-shirt. In December, it's 1 degrees. Smart. Right, let's head back, get the next load of onions, and we'll see you back at the logistics centre we're just at to see how much that makes as well. Well, here we are back with the final load. The arrow's there. tell you to come in here and kind of go around this way to the car park, but it still says exit this way, so I'm not not 100% convinced that they've mapped this car park out correctly. Right, this is all we've got. The production is still active. We do need to top it up, but we didn't do that yet because obviously we need to sell this first. So £81,887 in the bank for that. So yeah, they're down to 5,000 litres in there. We do need to top it up. We still have, where are we? We still have 73,000 litres. So we are really chipping away at what we've got with the onions, which is good. The firewood has stopped processing. We stopped that yesterday because it was down to 957 litres. Fish breeding. Obviously we put in that 16 pallets of fish food, so we went up to 30,000 litres and we left the rest there, so it's just eating away with what's there. We do have plenty of young salmon though, which is good. So now we need to check what was next. There is firewood, which would go there. The price is still going up for firewood, so we're just going to hold off with that yet. We might actually wait till February till it's a better price. I know it's only £2,000, but we're not doing anything else with it just now. So the young salmon is still slowly coming up in price, so we could leave that till later on. Oats is still climbing. We're still well above what we should be paid in December. So I think we're going to take this here now. It's going to be 2 trailer loads because it's 18,500 in one load. So we actually get a full load just now that's sitting in the trailer ready to go. And almost full, about high 90% with the next load as well. So we're going to take that up here, get that sold. Then we'll go back down, we'll see about getting the salmon sold as well. So we'll see you over to sell the first load of oats, then a quick little screenshot of the next one, and then we'll see you down at the fish market because it's our first time being down there. We've not been down at the fish market yet. I'm assuming it's down beside the harbour area, but we'll find out. And we'll sell the salmon, see how much we get for that. So let's do a couple little clips and we'll see you down there in a minute. Well, that's us down here at the harbour with 22,000 litres of young salmon. I have got the trigger point marked because we've not been down here before. Well, that's a one way, it's not going to be in there, it's going to be in the other side because there's 2 fish markets, so I decided to just make sure we were getting to the right one. So I think we need to be going in here. Yep. So we sold a total of £191,000, £191,529 of packed onions to the logistics centre, and then £70,445 in total of oats to the same place, that logistics centre west, and we're away to put in 22,000 litres of young salmon. Obviously this is going to increase dramatically once we've got the offshore facility, but let's see. £63,567. That is absolutely fantastic. Right, let's work out. I'm just trying to think now. So we'll do a quick total of what we've made so far today. So in total, £325,543 for today. That's absolutely fantastic. So now what we can do is we can pay off the whole loan, really, but I don't want to do that just yet. I want to try and keep some spare. Obviously we've still got some higher purchases, and we need to get some more fish food as well, just to keep the place stocked up since we have a good chunk of money, because that is going to be bringing in the money very quickly. But let's go and pay off a decent chunk of the loan. We'll get back up to the farm. We've still got firewood to sell. This really isn't the place for a fast track and a big trailer. I can see why it says no HGVs. But look at this. If only there was a bit of snow in here, that would look absolutely fantastic. Better stop for the red light. Wasn't paying attention there. But yes, the next thing we're going to look at, because we're getting so much money from this salmon, We'll just quickly pull across to the side here. I'll just stick the indicator on and just park here. I know it's on a corner, but there we go. So what we're looking at is prices. So we're doing young salmon just now. That's 4,900 per 1,000 litres, and we could be getting 11,600. So an absolutely massive jump for us. So it is going to be very worthwhile getting that. I don't know, it's going to take double the feed, but it's more than double what you would get for selling young salmon compared to selling the fully grown adult salmon as well. So there is that. We did top up onions, so they're still going. I think once we've ran through the rest of our onions, which probably isn't going to take us too long. Yeah, we've got 40,000 litres left. So once we've ran through the rest of the onions, we're just going to sell them all, even if it is not a good price, just to get them gone for this year. And we're going to do onions next year, 100%, because that is making a good chunk of money. That's obviously been stopped, but we can sell that probably later on today, because the price is still increasing, I believe. Yep, still increasing, so we're very close. In fact, no, we're going to wait till February. There's no point in selling them now. We'll just hang on to them. They're still running, they're working away fine. Cows, they're doing good. Probably won't need a mix till tomorrow, and tomorrow we get another 15 Angus cows as well, so that is good. As for snow, it's going to be -6 tonight, -5, -6, and into tomorrow again -6 at the lowest, 6 degrees high, but there's no forecast of snow, which is very disappointing. I thought there would have been something. Right, let's head back up to the farm. We're going to pay off a good bit of this loan, and on our way we need to go and pick up some more fish food, I think. In fact, first let's go and check the sale to see what's in it. We have a sprayer. We don't really need a sprayer because we bought the small weeder to keep on top of weeds, so we don't need herbicide later on. There is a decent horsepower John Deere. It is very tempting because we have the money in the bank, but we do have the loan, and I would rather have it cleared so that we can get the offshore agriculture next year. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to actually get enough money to get that, but I think we're going to take out a loan, so we need to pay this off very quickly. Right, let's go and pay off a chunk, and we'll see you back up at the farm. Well, that's us just back up at the farm now. We're just checking the onion production. Now, there's a couple pallets here. We've still got plenty, 37,000 litres in there, so we'll just leave that running. And we did pay off the loan. There was only 320,000 left to pay, so we've cleared it off and we're now debt free, but it's not going to last very long. I have looked into what we need to get, and it's very expensive. The boat itself we need to move pallets to the offshore facility is around, I think it was 250,000. But if we look in productions here, this is what we're going to be putting into the ocean. I'll find somewhere where we can kind of see it. So that is our offshore area there. It's only 125,000, so we could very easily take out a small loan to afford it, but we need to get a boat to take it out there. And as you can see here, the inputs is obviously the young salmon or trout to give you adult salmon or trout. But it also needs fish food, so we're going to have to double our fish food intake, which is not ideal, but it's going to make a good bit of money for us. So that's next on the cards. However, we do have another plan. Somebody mentioned about the castle, which I believe is somewhere, I think it's either on that hill. No, because that's our forestry. It must be on that hill there where that lone tree is. There's a castle there that we can rebuild, and we actually get paid for taking wood to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the yarder today. Since there's nothing else to do. We have a couple fields to fertilise, but we can't do it yet. The temperature is far too low. Oh, and saying that, we've only got one field to fertilise, field 13. So that's handy. At least there's no weeds, so that's good. Obviously field 17 is ready for our onions next year in, I think it's March, and then soybeans is going into field 16 because we're going to try and do the fish food production ourselves. Obviously we're going to have to get the offshore farm first for it, But yeah, we're going to use the yarder, get some more wood down. We're going to get a sawmill, and we need to go and buy, in fact, we'll do that first so we know we have the money available to do it. Let's go to feed, and we're going to buy 2 sets again, buy another 32,000 litres worth of feed. Right, there we go. So we've got £37,000 to play with. I want to get the fish feed first so that we've got it and we're not struggling for money to try and get it again. And the Angus cows are all topped up. There's nothing else really to do. So we're going to head up there with the telehandler so that we can move stuff with the log forks around, get it onto the yarder and get it down here. It's going to be dropped beside the firewood processor, but we're not going to put it in there. So we need to place our new sawmill fairly close to there on that yarder line. Unless we plant one tree at that side of the shed so that we can get it in between, but that's a bit of faffing about there. The line's fine as it is, and I'm not away to go and take that all down to try and put it again over to another tree. But even then, by the time the tree grows up, you're looking at maybe, whoa, that's in the way. Yeah, you're looking at another 2, maybe 3 years worth of time, and we don't really have that. So we're going to grab the, oh, I know where it is now. In fact, we'll just have a walk around. It's fine. It's not too far. There's not much else to do for today. It's round at our fish production there. So we're going to go around there, get the telehandler, go up. We're going to move some wood for today. Then we're going to try jump into tomorrow, see how much fish we've got, and potentially speak to the bank, take out another loan and see what they say. It's not going to be quite as big as what we just paid off, 320,000. I think initially it was more than that, but we must have paid off a little bit since then. So we're going to do some yarding work, get some trees down, and we'll see you at the start of next month where hopefully we have ourselves a nice little sawmill. I was going to do one thing. I'm not sure if we can afford to do all of it. Yeah, we're going to pay that off, but it's 32,000 and it's going to leave us with pretty much nothing in the bank. We've got 1,000 litres almost of young salmon already, but that's only £2,600. Onions, we've got £8,500 of onions. Firewood, I suppose we could sell firewood now. There's not really much difference in that. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll get the sawmill first, and if we need to sell some of these to make a bit of money, we can do that. And then if we have money left, we're going to pay off this one here because it's at 5% interest. I don't know if we can actually... No, it's just settled. We can't put like a chunk of 10,000 in towards it. That would have been good if you could do that. Right, let's go and get this telehandler, get some wood down here. We'll get the sawmill, and we will see you next month, where hopefully we have a little bit of money from the bank, and they approve the loan. But fingers crossed, hopefully they will. We paid off this one. I know it was in one big chunk really, but anyway, let's go over here, get the telehandler, and we'll see you at the start of next month with the sawmill. And hopefully we can take our first load of stuff over to the castle and see it in action, and we can see how much we get for it as well. So we'll see you first thing in the morning. Well, we're now in January. It is 8:30 in the morning, and we're minus £8,000, which is not a great start to the year. But that's because the financing came off, and after we bought the sawmill, which was £36,000, which is here, we already took down a couple of trees. Well, I say a couple of trees, it was one tree cut into sections and taken down. So we've already produced 1 pallet of wood. No, that's planks long. Yes. So I think we've got to move that one first with the telehandler, then the wood beams pallet will come out. Then we need to stop planks long and keep the wood beams going to get the second pallet of wood beams, because I checked the castle later on last night. I had a run up. It needs 2,000 litres of wood beams and 2,000 litres of planks long to start it. From what I found out, that pays as well. But first off, we need to make some money, and we're going to go and sell the firewood because that gets rid of that just in case the weather changes or it turns to rain or snow or whatever it's going to decide to do. So it saves us having to put it in the shed, double handle it and take it back out and put it on the trailer again. So we're going to go and get this sold now, come back, move that pallet of long planks, see if we can get the next one out and then get them loaded on the trailer ready to head out to the castle. But before we go, We are also selling firewood because we need to buy another 15 Angus cows today. The sawmill's got enough, it's still working away. Fish food is fine, although we did purchase and it is at the store, so we need to go and take that down later on today to the fish breeding. And the last of our onions. We now have no more onions, so that is the last in there now. So whatever we get, once this production finishes, we'll stop it and that's it until we harvest our onions once we planted them this year. So they should still be at a relatively good price. Yeah, they're still not too bad. It is coming down, so once they're finished, we're going to sell it, and that's the onions done for this year. But we have £32,000 worth of young salmon already, so that is really making the money. Obviously, it gets better the closer to July we get, but we're really wanting to make some money just so that we're out of the minus, because we're minus £8,000 just now. So the firewood's valued at 30,000. Onions, we've got £43,000 worth, but we've still got to run through a few more. Wood beams, with what we've got just now, we should get about 24, or maybe more than that. Maybe about £30,000 from the castle. We'll just have to see. Well, there you go. That's it coming up now, saying the castle. Oh, that's fantastic. Right, let's get this firewood sold. Come back. We're going to throw in a mix of TMR for the cows. We're going to hopefully have enough to buy 15 more. Then we're going to sort out the planks and that. Maybe fast forward enough time so that we've got 2 pallets of each. Take that up to the castle, then come back. We'll see up at the castle, but then we'll come back and get the fish food, take that round. And then we need to go and have a quick word with the bank as well later on today, just to see if we're allowed a loan and how much we're actually approved for. We need to figure out the exact amount. I think it's 125,000 for the offshore farm as it is. I don't know if we actually need to purchase an area offshore or not. Oh, that's a good question. Would we need to do that? If we do, that's going to increase how much we need for the loan. Right, let's check our farmland area. No. So I don't think any of it is purchasable, which is good. Right. So that's another thing that we could have had to purchase, but we don't. So we need to go and get the price of the boat. When we are down getting the fish food, we're going to run in past the harbour area and see if we can find out where about we get the boat from. Because you purchase it down there, you don't purchase it in the menu. So we need to go down there, see how much that's going to cost, tally everything up. Then we'll need to go into the bank later on today and find out how much we can get a loan of and if we can actually get this done. If so, hopefully by next month, we should be able to get ourselves the offshore wind farm, not offshore wind farm, the offshore fish farm, that's the one. So let's get this sold, see how much we get for this, and we will see you in a little bit after a few clips to see what the bank says. Well, here we are up to sell the last of last year's firewood, so we'll see how much this is going to make us. £20,441, obviously, to pay off the £8,000 we were in debt this morning after the higher purchases. We've now got £12,393 in the bank. Something tells me that's not enough to get Angus cows, but it might be enough. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, we're going to go down, get the fish food, move it over, check how much the boats and all that cost, and then go and speak to the bank. So let's get that done, and we'll see you in a little bit to see if we've gotten approved for a loan with the bank. Well, let's just back up here. We do have 1 pallet of wood beams and 2 pallets of planks, and we still have... We stopped the planks just now so we can focus on the wood beams. We've got 376 litres there. So hopefully we can get that today and put it up into the castle. But now everything's kind of... Oh, let's check the onion production. Oh yeah, still plenty there. Right, let's go and see about another 15 Angus cows. We do need to give them some feed. We're going to get Angus again. Kind of mix between the 2 breeds. There's 15, so it's only £5,250, so we're going to buy that. There we go. Right, £7,000 left in the bank for today. Yeah, there's not really much else to do apart from maybe take a couple more trees down just so we're ready for the sawmill, and kind of keep an eye on the onion production. We did put more feed. We put all that 32 pallets, or 32,000 litres down, 16 pallets down, so it's working away through that. We currently have 12,000 litres of young salmon. I don't know how it does litres, it's fish. You don't do litres of fish. It's definitely not 12,000 salmon, I wouldn't think so. But £34,000 is a selling price for that. We may do that later on. We'll just see what's going to happen with the bank, because it was approved. We're just waiting for the money to hit the bank. I'm assuming it's going to be later on today or tomorrow. So we're just waiting for that to come through. Obviously this firewood doesn't exist because that is the four bags. I think it was 1,500 litres each. Plus the 1,300 litres, I think, which is kind of an annoying amount left. So there is no actual firewood left. The onions, we're just waiting for them to finish. Hopefully it's still at a good price by the time that happens, but we'll probably have to fast forward to later on. And for now, I think we'll make up a mix of TMR. And there's nothing in the sale as yet either. So we're going to go make up a mix of TMR up. But I think we'll leave the episode there. We've done quite a bit. We've sold all the stuff we needed, all the onions that made us a very good profit. So they are definitely going in next year. We've bought the sawmill. We're just kind of waiting for that to kind of catch up so that we can start putting things up to the castle. But we will upgrade the sawmill in future, I think. That is a future upgrade. But first, it's going to be the offshore fish farm. That is definitely on the cards next. We're just waiting for that loan to come through tomorrow. So we'll leave the episode there, and we'll see you in the next one where we hopefully get the offshore fish farm. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.